It's time to talk some NFL draft. Big night coming up next week for the Dolphins. Thursday night is when they start this whole process, and maybe finally they get a franchise quarterback. Jim Barry here along with my main man, Kim Bokamper, who has got the inside scoop on what the Dolphins ought to do. So, Bo, when it comes to quarterback, it seems as though the prevailing thinking is it's either going to be Justin Herbert, the big guy from Oregon, or Tua Tagovailoa, the very talented but often injured guy from Alabama. Who do you think it's going to be?
Well, I got a feeling as you hear things going on, I think Justin Herbert really has become into play with the Miami Dolphins. You know, there was all this talk about Tua Tagovailoa and what he's done, and had he not gotten hurt, he probably would have been vying with Joe Burrow for that first pick. But he may be there. You know, there's a question up above with Detroit, what they're going to do with their pick. They've got the third pick. The LA Chargers are below the Dolphins. If they may try to move up to get a quarterback, who knows? But I think it's going to be either Tua or it's going to be Herbert, and both of them have their warts. You know, Tua's got the injury situation, while Herbert is a guy that, in my estimation, I've seen him a number of times play, and Jim, never really seen anything jump out at me and say, this is the guy, but a lot of people have a lot of good thoughts on his arm strength and his ability to move a team. We'll see what he does at this level in this league. Yeah,
a lot of people who look at him on the upside say he could be another Josh Allen, who, of course, with the Buffalo Bills, looks like he could be a rising star. Do you see the same kind of potential in Herbert?
I think so. I think his concern, much like Josh Allen, is accuracy. I mean, we've seen Josh Allen now play against the Dolphins. He's killed him with his legs running. He's a very athletic guy. But accuracy is his issue. And the same thing with Justin Herbert. Now, the other thing with Herbert is, you know, is his attitude, is his leadership ability. Is it more like a Dan Marino, or is he going to be more like a Josh Rosen, who really doesn't seem to have that leadership ability that teams are looking for? So I think that's the big question with Herbert. Is he that guy that's got enough fire in his belly to lead a football team and, more importantly, have his players follow him?
Yeah, well, Mario Cristobal, who, of course, we know here from Miami as his coach there, and he sticks up for him, says he definitely does have that leadership gene. So if the Dolphins pick him, we shall see. Whoever the Dolphins get as a quarterback, Bo, he'll be joining quarterback room with an old guy, Ryan Fitzpatrick, and a young and still improving guy in Josh Rosen. So how do you feel about that being the quarterback room, if that, in fact, is the room?
Well, I think if they're going to pick either or either Herbert or Tua, I would expect either one of those guys to spend a year, just watching Fitzpatrick, kind of learning from him. We saw what he was able to do from a standpoint of the team rallying around him, his ability to make players better. You saw with Mike Gesicki, you saw with Devontae Parker, where they had their best years with him there. And I think if you've got either one of those guys, it gives you the cushion of not having them to be forced to step in and start from the beginning. They can go back, they can watch, much like you've seen other guys in the league sit back behind a quarterback. Aaron Rodgers did it behind Brett Favre. So it's a situation. I think it'd be a good situation for Tua, because he can get extremely healthy if he doesn't have to play this coming year. And if it was Herbert, it's an opportunity for him to learn some of those leadership skills that we saw that were so valuable for Ryan Fitzpatrick last year. Yeah, well, Trent Dilfer was helping train Tua to get himself back in shape, and he said he throws the ball better than Dan Marino did at this age. I don't know about that, and you play with Dan. I don't know if you'd agree with that. If that's the case, he throws the ball a heck of a lot better than Trent Dilfer, I can tell you that. Well, I think we both agree on that. All right, Kim, thanks a lot. We're just getting warmed up for the draft, of course. We've got a big draft special coming up next Saturday at 7 p.m., 1 hour, and we'll talk about what the Dolphins do at quarterback and all the other picks, 14 all told, as the Dolphins try to stockpile talent on this roster.